Всем привет! Мы продолжаем проходить Sherlock Holmes Crimes of Punishment. Добро пожаловать на канал КРИЧАЩИЙ ТВОРЧ. Продолжаем свое расследование в этом жестоком британском мире. Тут в основном только тихие, чисто английские убийства случаются. Так что, надеюсь, мы их распутаем все. Усаживайтесь поудобнее. Так, на улице светло, да? Все равно свет потише, звук погромче. Наушнички одевайтесь. Приятного просмотра, начинаем. Кровавая баня. Кровавая баня звучит как-то прям как кровавая баня. Вот так звучит это.
Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits. The pupil is dilated. The temperature appears to be normal.
Pulse.
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute.
Мы еще и терапевтом подрабатываем.
But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in two young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but... what?
As I said,
And they were tied together.
you are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and
Веселые
signed by
молодцы.
the Merry Men.
The Oceanic. Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes, and these two young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
Присоединитесь к Лестрейду в банях на Стрейд Лейн. Заманчивое предложение. Нормально на сувенирчике. Паровозный свисток, гарпун. Бани на Стрэнд-Лейн. Погнали. Узнаем, что там за кровавая баня такая получилась. Музон такой сразу, да? Прикольные баньки. Сходил бы я туда разок, другой.
Beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the city council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see. You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see. Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details.
Так, у нас с Филлипсом поговорить.
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentleman had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
Самое любимое мое. блестящие пуговицы. Манчестер. А это что у нас такое?
The steam room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes.
Я уже забыл, как управляется там что. Где парилка-то?
The steam room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes.
Блин, кайф какой, а? Так круто вообще, парилочка такая четкая.
Unopened, it was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session. Expensive clothes, belonging to one of the men from the steam room. These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room. Clothes belonging to one of the suspects. Death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large. Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample. Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample. Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
The death is very recent, between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry. Or he is an artist. Or a ghost. Or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
Опа.
This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it. With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away. One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier. These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted. The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. I will need something to pick up this melted metal. I will need something to pick up this melted metal. It is too hot. I cannot reach into it.
Питкин.
The grid cannot be removed. The weapon is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Holmes?
Принеси что-нибудь достать, железку. Че, этих начать потрошить уже? С кого начнем? Антураж такой, конечно. Блин, как достать-то эту хрень?
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
Да вы охренели, что ли?
It's horrible. So Rodney is dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
Blood traces wiped on the towel.
I found him. I touched his shoulder, thinking that he was just asleep.
И чё делать-то, мать вашу?
The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme.
Ну-ка, если...
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Только ручку видно.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Да вот хрен его знает.
If you have to interrogate me, I'd like to be dressed.
I can't understand what happened. Am I allowed to leave?
Так, ну тут нет этой херни, которую достать. Может, там доставать-то ничего не надо.
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
Please wait. I need to do something first. How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared, but I don't know where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir, I did not.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see.
These baths are becoming sinister.
Да, синистр это жутко, что ли, получается-то? Так. Парилка. Что это за дверь? это выход.
This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's workshop.
Вот херня, уголь достать.
I will need these tongs. Tools used by archaeologists in their research.
Все, больше ничего тут не брать.
Tools used by archaeologists in their research. A shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it? Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them. Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them. A glass plate negative is missing. Glass plate negatives, a remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations. A glass plate negative is missing. It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue.
Что это за бумажка? Полный бумажек лежит.
My God, are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement. Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
Mr. Holmes?
All these events are bad for the baths. And my job.
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
Please wait. I need to do something first. I should analyze this melted metal.
I don't want to stay here.
Do we have to stay here?
I feel ill. I want to go.
These baths are becoming sinister.
Все, пора отсюда сваливать.
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard.
Да, да.
You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
None, Lestrade. Frigidarium. Here it is.
By the eye he was punished, for he saw that he was not worthy. Dreadful.
Хера тут исследований.
Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. Selenite. 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 Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. White clay particles. Interesting. According to the color and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay. Now, I need to find which area near London this sample belongs to. The sample of dirt belongs to the White London clay region, located near the city of St. Albans. Let us analyze this blood sample. This blood has not coagulated well. It seems very liquid. That is strange. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any foreign matter to the surface. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide.
А где у тебя пипетка? А, вот он.
Water. This blood is heavily diluted with water. This is a piece of metal taken from a brazier. It appears to be silver, but I need to be sure. If it is silver, it will be possible to melt it, since silver's melting point is at around 900 degrees Celsius. Let us compare this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid. If it changes color to match the result of a reaction with a silver coin, then it is silver. The reaction is the same red stain. It is silver, Britannia silver quality. My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Так. Через 2 минутки буквально подойду и расследование продолжим. Как и обещал, я ненадолго. Надо было английского питья налить.
On the sofa for the 3rd time today. Well, don't be surprised if Watson sits on you again. A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
Ну-ка, это смотрит еще в окошко. Все с тобой понятно.
What should we do next, Holmes?
А дальше мы едем в Скотланд-Ярд. Так я, получается, не осмотрел место преступления, да? Что-то не засчиталось оно мне.
Mr. Holmes?
An embroidered silk handkerchief. A fountain pen with solid gold trim. Sir Gregory Pitkin's visiting card
То есть ничего интересного, да? Окей.
When Garrow found Sir Rodney dead, he wiped the blood upon himself.
А кровь на анализ не надо?
A phial with herbs. Do you know what it is, my dear fellow?
It's the St. John's wort flower, Holmes. It's commonly used as a drug against melancholia. However, an overdosage might lead to a rash or even hallucinations.
Блин, тут много у нас подозреваемых сразу так. В этой главе.
An ordinary pencil.
Так его, получается, хотели уволить, да, этого убитого?
Rodney Bentcliffe's notebook. It may contain something of interest. The last pages were torn out. We must find a way of retrieving Sir Rodney's last lines. Watson, please prevent anyone from entering the room. But first, fetch me a pencil.
Вот этот прием я знаю.
To begin with, a few strokes of the pencil will be enough. I don't want to damage the traces. And then to gently smudge the leftover pencil marks with a handkerchief.
Сегодня я практически нашел его. Этот день войдет в историю.
Mr. Holmes, the coroner... But what are you doing? Tampering with the evidence?
I prefer to make them talk. Today, I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Sir Rodney was about to make an outstanding discovery.
Wonderful.
I could retrieve only the final words. The rest of it is lost. Perhaps the autopsy will assist us in that matter.
I'm not sure that I can allow you to inspect the body now.
I am sure that you must, Constable.
Well...
This ring was most likely the one that Sir Rodney wore. He removed it before entering the steam room. I see the join. This ring was repaired and quite badly too, with silver. An Egyptian symbol. It is a very old jewel.
Why on earth would they wear such a ring?
A very pertinent question.
Римская какая-то
An
империя.
old and rather dirty coin. A hand-drawn map. Locked. Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I am assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. My name is Percival Blinkhorn.
What is your occupation?
I'm an archaeologist, specializing in the Roman period. I'm working on several excavation sites at present, including the baths at Strand Lane.
Can you tell me more about the baths?
Well, we're hoping to retrieve a great many interesting artifacts from the site, and to list any items of value before their eventual restoration and exhibition.
And has it been successful?
It has, thanks to Sir Rodney.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney?
Well, I couldn't say that he was a kind man, no. But he was talented. I felt a great admiration for him, I must say.
Was it your first collaboration?
I had met Sir Rodney briefly once in Egypt, and I'd shared my researches with him. Surprisingly, my work did convince him to come here. He arrived only a couple of months ago.
Surprisingly?
Well, Sir Rodney was, God, a cold man, and so very secretive too. But I learned so much from him. I can't believe that he's dead.
Can you tell me what you saw today?
Well, we entered the steam room and we all went to sit down. The steam was particularly dense, and I didn't see anything much further after that. I just heard Mr. Garrow shouting, but we all ran for the door and bumped into each other. I was very alarmed by this point.
What did you do?
Well, the door was stuck, and with all the steam, it was quite frightening. I was barely able to see my own feet. Garrow was covered in blood.
Do you believe that Garrow killed Sir Rodney?
Oh, no. Garrow couldn't harm a fly.
Can you recall any recent event that would occur to you now as being a little strange?
Well, yesterday we had a small argument.
Is that all?
No. Sir Rodney informed me that he was to attend the London Archaeological Congress with me. Then he advised me of quite the opposite. And rather aggressively, too.
Do you recognize this ring?
Certainly. It's the famous Aswan ring. Sir Rodney brought it back from his last campaign in Egypt.
And he kept it for himself?
Sir Rodney has had his own particular ideas of archaeology.
What can you tell me about Garrow?
Well, he always looks so sad. And He has been acting strangely lately. He complains about voices and visions. I will keep an eye on him because I'm worried.
How well were your researchers progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather well.
This letter reveals that Sir Gregory was prepared to put a stop to your work.
Yes. But since Sir Rodney's arrival, he had calmed down. He allowed us to work. I'm not sure what they agreed on.
What will happen now that Sir Rodney is dead?
Well, I haven't thought about that. But if it's needed, I will fight to defend Sir Rodney's expectations.
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
No. Silver, you say? No, I don't know how it got there.
Борода, уши, глаза. Хитрые. Ирландец. Не богат. Следующий кричит
Please escort
заведующий.
this
Заведующий.
suspect for interrogation.
Good day to you, Sir Gregory. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder that took place this morning. Would you mind answering a few questions?
Tell me, Mr. Holmes, will I need to stay here for very much longer?
You are the manager of the baths, is that correct?
Yes. I'm passionate about archaeology. I wanted to restore the ruins. My ambition is to open the baths to the public. Living archaeology can be a profitable business, although now I'm not so sure.
I see. When do you wish to begin using the baths?
When the archaeological researches are over, I will be free to complete the restoration. It is the usual process.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney Bentcliffe?
We were not particularly close. He had an unpleasant temperament. Suspicious, authoritarian, unkind. People possessed by genius may be forgiven for their nature, but not by me.
Was he obstructive?
Not at all. Everything he did led us to greater success. He helped us increase the potential of the building.
Please tell me what happened this morning.
The test that we performed this morning was a success. The steam was working well. But then, of course, that awful murder.
What did you see?
The steam was too thick to see anything. But ask Garrow. He saw the body first.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behavior?
Look, I'm not a suspicious fellow, but I think that he had professional interests elsewhere that he did not wish us to know about.
Why should you think that? Where?
I have no idea. But after all, it was not my business.
How was the work progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather slowly, I would say.
How was the work progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather slowly, I would say.
Блин. Что-то много их слишком, я могу запомнить, кому что
How was the
принадлежало.
work progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather slowly, I would say.
Опять что ли письмо Питкина? Ты сначала само хотел
How was the work progressing
письмо
before Sir
Питкина,
Rodney's arrival?
выбирая другие
Rather
варианты
slowly, I would
ответов.
say.
Sir Gregory, could you please explain this letter? You expressed the wish to call off the research work at the Baths.
It was all about Blinkhorn. He was merrily digging away and taking very little care about it, ruining everything and finding nothing of any value.
But the arrival of Sir Rodney changed your mind?
Sir Rodney's work was extremely promising, and it was good for the Bath's publicity. So yes, I changed my mind.
Change
Are
my
you aware
mind.
that Mr. Garrow is under a form of medication?
Garrow? No, but I never liked that parasite.
Do you believe him to be capable of murder?
Well, he did have blood on him. Does that make him a murderer?
Some melted silver was found inside the steam room brazier. Do you know where it came from?
Silver? No.
Да блин.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
A good day to you. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
I am Tristram Garrow.
What is your occupation?
I am a councillor at the district chamber.
And what were you doing at the Baths?
Well, I follow the researches. I am interested in archaeology.
You follow them?
Yes. So many things happened and we need to know. Or perhaps it's better hidden.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Garrow.
I meant nothing by that. I apologise.
What was it like to work with Sir Rodney?
It was like working with a genius. He was a hard man, but then you know this world is hard. There are always people who want to steal from you. And he trusted me, but oh.
Are you feeling unwell?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is I remember. Oh, I feel so sorry.
Do you need anything?
I feel bad. I hear... No, nothing. I'm better now.
Please try to recall what you saw today.
The room was so hot. I had to remove my glasses. I was not feeling so very well in there.
But you found the body.
I saw the knife, you know, flying through the air. I saw the blood. I tried to escape. I don't remember.
You saw the knife? What did it look like?
Everything was as if in a nightmare. It all happened so fast. The knife was shining like gold.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behaviour?
Well, he had been rather secretive these past few days. Last Thursday, for example, I saw him leave. When he returned, it was very late. He showed me some wet coins, Roman coins, and he started to laugh. His ring! Oh, it should be destroyed.
Why do you say that?
It is a cursed ring, digging dark secrets.
Really?
It is after me now. I know it. I shouldn't have worked on it in the workshop. It's too late now. This is the coin that he showed me. It is from the 3rd century.
It must be very rare.
No, I don't know.
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
It didn't help. The power is too strong. Thank you. Thank you. This will help me to calm down.
Do be careful with the dosage.
I will.
I mean it.
Мешки под глазами, не спит. Ты весь грязный. Что, я что-то упустил? Ну что?
Garrow appears to be rather mentally disturbed. Either that, or he is a good actor.
Так, их трое было, правильно? Тут челик какой-то левый, походу.
Good day to you, Mr. Holmes.
Надо, короче, еще туда сходить. В бане в эти. По-моему, я там не все осмотрел.
According to the coroner, there were no cardiac problems nor lung congestion, but there were traces of fungus, possibly contracted from the Egyptian tombs. The coroner observed no stomach nor liver disease, if we're to accept that Sir Rodney was an occasional drinker and 63 years of age.
His wage.
The bruising is in lines. The bruising is in lines. Some light bruising, caused by a rope. They were caused by a rope around the waist. Sir Rodney was descending somewhere.
An unusual wound, inflicted by a curved knife, which resulted in instant death, as the coroner's report says.
Мне кажется, вода от пара, скорее всего. Надо ехать пошукать. Так, это что такое? Угу. Так, сначала мы в баню еще раз заедем. По-моему, что-то мы там упустили, да? Раз не засчитывается.
All these events are bad for the baths, and my job.
Кстати, там же, наверное, в парилке надо было.
archaeological findings. Tools used by archaeologists in their research. This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's workshop.
Точно ничего нету здесь?
Champagne for a special occasion. An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled.
Теперь все, да? Блин, то, что я лед не осмотрел, нормально. Со всеми опять говорит про эту бутылку шампанского, или с ним хватит?
There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
Че, опять Скотланд-Ярд? Допрашивать, кто бутылку шампуня принес?
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Did you bring a bottle of champagne to the baths?
Absolutely not. Sir Rodney did, I think.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
No, I did not.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Может, это я ее принес?
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
What? No.
Прикольно. Получается, никто не знает, кто принес шампунь-то, да?
Now we have two maps. We must combine them properly.
Нехило тут карта.
Watson, pack your bag. We are visiting a location in St. Albans marked on Sir Rodney's map. This archaeological site has been abandoned. Why did Bentcliffe come here?
Домум Хадриана какой-то.
This is the map of the site. We are at the heart of an old Roman city. This is the map. The door has been left open. Someone did not care or was in haste.
циклоп. Капец, тут бродить придется сейчас.
The Cyclops, a one-eyed creature helping Vulcan at the forge. Vulcan, the god of fire and metalworking. Construction hooks. Construction hooks. It is a statue of Minerva. It is a statue of Minerva. Neptune, the god of the sea. It is a broken statue of a bull. This is the map of the site. We are at the heart of an old Roman city. The gastrofettes were used with ropes and hooks for sieges. The door has been left open. Someone did not care or was in haste. This is a reproduction of an ancient Greek crossbow. This is a reproduction of an ancient Greek crossbow. The gastrofets were used with ropes and hooks for sieges. This railway is used to remove rubble from the site. This wall was covered with mud recently. What could be hidden here? This wall was covered with mud recently. What could be hidden here? excavating tools, a bucket, shovel, and brush. Excavating tool. I don't need the ropes for now.
Ой, что-то спать охота. Это ж баня. Это ж фреска бани, да, по-моему?
I can see now. Frigidarium. It is located at the Roman Baths in London. Someone took the time to hide the fresco, but what for? I need to visit this place. Frigidarium. These are the city's Roman baths. What might be hidden there? Frigidarium.
Сначала на Бейкер-стрит сделаем анализ. Мне надо что-нибудь. Буквально ненадолго отойду.
There are 12 pieces here. Let's try to gather them. I will count this piece as a starting point. I will count this piece as a starting point. I will count this piece as a starting point.
Блин, они еще путаются. А, так надо просто это. Понял, понял, понял.
I will count this piece as a starting point.
Блин. А, вон еще кубик. Нихера тут кубиков. Нет. Да. А, не. Твою мать. Обожаю загадки так. Короче, сюда надо. Это нет.
I will count this piece as a starting point. I will count this piece as a starting point. I will count this piece as a starting point.
Ой, дурдом. Так, вроде. Не, короче, неправильно надо. Надо, чтобы стенка была свободная. Хотя он получается снизу. Ну, это больше всех подходит. Сюда заостренный нужен, да? Вот это, кстати, тоже подходит. Ну-ка. А, не. Не подходит. Тоже не подходит. Короче, только вот этот подходит. И еще вот этот. Ну, я его, по-моему, сувал уже, да? Ну-ка, еще раз давай. А, не. Мне не подходит. Нет, тут квадратная нужна. Угу. Сюда треугольная. То есть такая вот. Угу. Угу. Вряд ли. Короче, с острой боковиной и с квадратной жопой. Острая боковина нужна. Угу. Острый боковой вход. Ну, не острый, а такой. Отлично. Да, твою мать, наконец-то.
It is a mold,
Фу.
and it is ready for casting. The mold is prepared for casting. We just need to fill it with certain material. Sir Rodney has made a reconstruction of the mythical golden knife. He seemed unafraid of maledictions, and yet...
Что делать?
Half a glass of water should be enough to create a plaster solution. Now let us see what we have here.
Хо-хо! А вот и ножик. Так он, по-моему, не такой. Или такой.
This knife is very similar to that described by the coroner as the weapon that killed Sir Rodney.
You should not leap to any hasty conclusions, Watson. Let us try to create an object from silver by using the mold. It will take a minute to melt the silver with my gas burner. Done. Now I can proceed further. The mold is hot. I should wait for it to cool down. Done. Now I can proceed further. A homemade silver knife. Excellent. We have created a knife with the silver that we found. It could have been used to kill Sir Rodney.
It was extremely clever to create a weapon that could dissolve at the scene of the crime.
Гениально. Прикольно. Какой путис вылазит, а? Да уж, да уж. Че, в бане сначала, наверное?
My archive. I can always consult with. This is where I keep my post. My archive.
Ну что ж, черт возьми. В бане заедем. Пока что кажется, что в очках убийца, ну, блин. Это слишком просто было.
Mr. Holmes, we've cleared the corridor to the Frigidarium. You can visit it now.
Thank you, Mr. Phillips.
These baths are becoming sinister.
Кстати, а тут никак не связать.
This.
Прикольно. А тут прикольно. Не то, что прикольно, тут охрененно.
Perhaps I could find some clues by activating the flagstones.
Нептун. Этот и шлем.
A hidden symbol.
Кстати, а там символ есть?
A hidden sign.
А тут есть символ? А вот еще.
A symbol. Now I have all the clues to help me find where these symbols are leading. All I need is imagination.
Ничего себе.
The signs are pointing to this bust.
Указывают на баст. Так, где что открылось?
What is this place?
I am unsure, Watson. but everything points to the fact that it was the last place visited by Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. We are approaching the end of this mystery.
Че я жмякаю, она же срабатывает только когда загорается.
A broken glass plate. What is it doing here? I should examine it.
Это, кстати, та разбитая эта штучка, скорее всего.
How very peculiar. An ice maker.
Why would Sir Rodney have brought such a device here?
A sack of crude salt.
Ну что, реально в Лондоне такие виды есть? Римские постройки.
Mithras, the god, clothed in Anatolian costume and wearing a Phrygian cap, killing the bull. This fresco resembles either a ladder or a hierarchy. This fresco resembles either a ladder or a hierarchy.
Что, почему ты это не изучил? Склеп.
Mummified bodies. We're in some type of catacomb. The pillar collapsed a long time ago. The fire casts a shadow upon the floor.
Интересно, мать твою.
This shadow seems to represent a bridge. That is the symbol of Neptune, the god of the sea. It resembles a bull. It is very similar to the face of Mithras. The shadows show us the way to go. We will find Mithras after Neptune, the bull, and the bridge.
Нептуна, быка и моста. Блин, это же древние, да? А тут мы что, все закончили?
A shovel, not from the Roman era. Mummified bodies. We're in some type of catacomb. We cannot go any further. Mummified bodies. We're in some... Mummified bodies. We're in some type of catacomb.
Давай. Скотланд-Ярд спросим у типов. У археолога, наверное.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Perhaps you could explain the cult of Mithras to me.
No, there is nothing to say. We are not the worthy ones.
But Sir Rodney believed that he was?
He was wrong. I have visions. The golden knife, the mummy. Oh, it's all my fault.
Calm down, Mr. Garrow.
Я же не того на допрос вызывал, а другого
Please
вызывал.
escort this suspect for interrogation. What can you tell me about Mithras?
Oh, so much. It was the core of our work. Why do you ask?
Were you seeking the golden knife?
I see you are an amateur. Yes, the golden knife was our grail. It is said that it bears the only text explaining the ritual of the cult of Mithras.
I understand. I read something about immortality.
A myth. The knife would provide immortality only to the worthy one, and yet it is cursed, and it would kill you if you are not initiated.
Did you expect to find the golden knife at the baths?
Well, Sir Rodney thought that it might be there. Did you observe the knife representations there? They are so extraordinary, and we had hoped... It is a tragedy that he has passed away, taking all of his secrets with him. As soon as I've been released, I will continue Sir Rodney's researches in his memory.
Странный ты тип. Фанатики, они опаснее убийц.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. The paintings in the baths are focused on Mithras, I understand.
Yes, they are what make this place remarkable.
And that is why Sir Rodney came here?
He believed that the golden knife, which is an ancient ritual item, was hidden somewhere around the baths. I admit that it would be wonderful if it were true.
And you are not concerned by the reputation of this artifact?
You mean the curse? Before someone is dead, it is a blessing. After they are dead, well, then it becomes a curse. Ha!
Мне опять пазл собирать.
Done. Watson, could you please use this negative and your photographic equipment to process the photograph? Thank you, Watson. Now I must use reagents to develop the photograph. Salt. Ice. Ice cream. Sir Rodney. Another archaeologist, most probably. The Pyramids of Giza in Egypt.
In Egypt.
Ice cream in the desert? We are indebted to the Romans who developed the technique.
So that's it. Salt and crushed ice may help to create ice cream.
If I wish to shape the ice knife, then I need to pour water inside the mold. Ice, salt, and then the mixing. It should be elementary. We need to reach -20 degrees Celsius to fully freeze the water inside the mold. Before beginning, I must remember that I have enough ice and salt for no more than 4 attempts. A block of ice. I have only to use my ice pick.
Holmes, look. The temperature is reducing.
Ice, salt, and then the mixing. It should be elementary. We need to reach -20 degrees Celsius to fully freeze the water inside the mold. Ice, salt, and then the mixing. It should be elementary. We need to reach minus 20 degrees Celsius to fully freeze the water inside the mold. If I wish to shape the ice knife, then I need to pour water inside the mold. If I wish to shape the ice knife, then I need to pour water inside the mold. Ice, salt, and then the mixing. It should be elementary. We need to reach minus 20 degrees Celsius to fully freeze the water inside the mold. Before beginning, I must remember that I have enough ice and salt for no more than 4 attempts.
Holmes, look. The temperature is reducing.
Excellent. Now we must check to ensure that it is adequately frozen. An ice weapon for a cold-blooded murder. An ice knife. A surprising and yet a very brilliant idea.
It's the perfect weapon. It enables one to kill a man and then it melts. The only trace it leaves is a small puddle on the ground.
А что за слиток серебра был тогда? Блин, а слиток серебра что это такое? А, ну это же он типа духов отгонял. Защититься. Так, никуда не уходить. Сейчас я быстро 2 минутки. Дело приобретает интересный оборот. Теперь нам нужно... в Сент-Олбанс. Нужно пробраться. Там какая-то загадка, которую нужно распутать. Так. Что-то там Нептун было. Трезу... Блин, а что там было, я забыл. Блин, не помню. Какой там порядок-то был.
This is the map of the site. We are at the heart of an old Roman city. О, веревки. То есть мне нужно будет куда-то спускаться, правильно? Excavating to...
Здорово, Ипман. Будет сегодня футбол чуть попозже. У меня там новая команда вышла. Полностью из новых карточек. National Hero. Да, полностью из новых карточек. Там такие игроки, как Сократес. И кто еще? Голландец. Ван Нистелрой. Ну там охрененная команда. Я вчера вечерком поиграл. Прям удовольствие было. Так что сегодня вечерком будет футбик. Вот сейчас только вот эту главу Шерлока Холмса закончим. Часик отдохну. И потом начнем. Футбол никуда не уйдет. Будет на канале много футбола, всяких разных. FIFA, PES. Так что все будет.
We should use these metal rings to help us reach the bridge pillar. We should use these metal rings to help us reach the bridge pillar. We should use these metal rings to help us reach the bridge pillar.
Я, короче, полностью состав свой продал. Вот все, что у меня игроки, все были вот эти. Рональдо, Мальдини, Инзаги, всех до одного продал. Даже Донаруму, даже Мартинса не пощадил, всех продал и, короче, собрал. Ну, где-то лямов 200, может, потратил на новый состав. Ну, там такие не громкие фамилии, там такие они больше интересные, по фану чисто. У всех рейтинг не меньше 90.
We should use these metal rings to help us reach the bridge pillar. There might be something behind these leaves. I'll have to find a way of getting there.
Как мне туда добраться? Мне, наверное, нужны сапоги, чтобы туда добраться. Ну-ка, бери.
I should use the appropriate object here. I should use the appropriate object here.
Блин, что делать-то? Чё не так-то? А, все понял. Все-таки взял, да? Неймарчика. Ну чё, поиграл уже? Нравится тебе он? Я просто... Когда Бразилию делался, ну я что-то, ну там дня два и поиграл в Бразилии, ну и Неймар, ну быстро бегает, но корпуса вообще нету. Только если на дриблинге, финтами, если хорошо владеешь, то Неймаром хорошо, конечно.
Those rings on the bridge are perfect targets.
Да ё-моё.
Firing a gastrophetius requires a lot of practice.
Я, слушай, я думаю, ну, там особо разницы не почувствуешь. Там же что тройка, что четверка, это все бронза. Там на серебре только чувствуешь, начинаешь чувствовать разницу. Давай. Есть. Ты, блин. А вообще самую разницу ощущаешь, это прям на 6, когда заточен. Вот там прям бешеная разница ощущается. Кстати, я еще, по-моему, ни у кого не видел, чтобы кто-то в золото был вточен там на 8, на 7. Есть. Ой, что делать-то? Что делать-то? Че он шатается? Что делать-то? А, все, понял. Это издевается над Ватсоном, Холмс. Твою мать, это ж вход. Это потайной вход, нифига себе.
Are we inside the hidden temple of Mithras, Holmes?
I am not sure. We had better be careful.
Be careful. Сейчас такой будет careful. Блин, одни загадки. Вот голова попалась.
I saw this symbol in the tunnels underneath the Frigidarium.
Which way should we go, Holmes?
There ought to be some clues here. Let's take a look around. I saw this symbol in the tunnels underneath the Frigidarium.
160 лямов. Тебе просто именно точного надо было, да? Потому что я же не точного продавал. А, у меня точно на 2, по-моему, только был. Неймар вроде. Или вообще не точный. Я вот так просто продал по минималке и все. Да, конечно, цена бешеная. За 160 лямов можно состав собрать из новых карточек, между прочим. Представляешь?
I saw this symbol in the tunnels underneath the Frigidarium.
Frigidarium.
I saw this symbol in the tunnels underneath the Frigidarium. I saw this symbol in the tunnels underneath the Frigidarium.
Что-то я тут запутался, что делать-то?
I saw this symbol in the tunnels underneath the Frigidarium.
Ну я видел их, и что дальше-то? Что я их видел? Что мне с ними делать? Я даже не помню, что их видел, если честно. Давай поэтому. Я же его видел все-таки. Пуёля на 6, Мальдины на 5, Шмейхеля на 5. Ну, у тебя, наверное, ты, я так понял, стремишься к самому дорогому ВХДшному составу, да? Чтобы он у тебя ВХДшный состав миллиард, чтобы стоил, правильно, да? А что, вполне реально так сделать? Я даже угорал, что я этих... Лайф карточки точил на 6. Что-то там тоже вроде сами по себе дешевые. Ну, Нигерию когда собирал. А сам по себе состав, по сути, дорогой был. Оказался. Ну, за счет заточки. Так и у тебя будет с ВХДшным, да? Самый дорогой ВХДшный состав. Ну, и тебе бегать будет, будь здоров, наверное. О, все, вернулся, что ли, назад. А тут ничего не надо поворачивать. Так, а если я вот сюда зайду, я там выйду, что ли? Нихера себе. 1,2 миллиарда. Куда тебе столько? Ну чё, как ты выносишь там поди всех, да, этим составом? О, а тут какие-то другие символы. Бля, я заблудился, походу. Нормально в рейтинге состав этот ощущается? Что-то я вообще запутался, что делать. Я просто сейчас наугад буду ходить. Ватсон, мы заблудились. Так, ну тут тупик. Бля, хер его знает, куда идти вообще. Это я вернулся, получается, да? А это в начало. В начало же я пришел. Да, это я в начало, скорее всего, пришел. Или нет? Или не в начало? Ватсон, свали нахрен, а! Да, это я в начало пришел. Блин, опять ползти, что ли? F1. Ступени, стой. Стой. Наверное, вот это. Потому что другого не дано. Скорее всего, вот эта штука. Понятно, сейчас по этой фигне пойдем. Так, символы, да? Ворона, миска и жезл. Ворона, миска, жезл. Так, нам жезл, да, вот сюда идти. Суперпрофи 2, ну это хорошо. Я тоже так где-то в этих рейтингах тусуюсь. Суперпрофи 2, Суперпрофи 3. Выше не залазил. Ну, типа из-за что в легкую зашел. Я что-то вот после обновы 2 дня заходил. Куда там? А я до сих пор в профи просто сижу. В профи 1 я, по-моему, залез вчера вот только вот. И все. Так что кому-то как повезет с рандомом, с балансом. Так, в жезл, потом какой-то гребешок. Так, теперь гребешок, вот он. Правильно же? Да, это, по-моему, он. О! Так, после гребешка что у нас идет? Копье, шлем и какой-то кусок мяса, что ли? Что это такое? Тут есть что-нибудь такое? Вон, шлем есть. Так, посмотреть. Столик с камнями. Что делать? Что делать-то, хер его знает. О, нихера себе. Просто так на шару что-то там закидывал. Так, мне в шлем надо. А так, какой шлем? Вот этот или нет? Вот этот шлем. Слушай, у меня картинка там на стриме не лагает. Не знаю, что я не могу понять. Вроде сюда шлем. Так, а это что? Это какая-то другая комната. Тут какая-то лопата, скорпионы, жук какой-то, что ли. Такая херня есть, да? Такой херни нету, такой херни не было точно. Значит, нам сюда. Что это такое? Вода, что ли? Так, и дальше. Ой, блин, как еще долго, а? Меч. Полумесяц какой-то там. Вон, полумесяц. Вроде сюда. Факел, ободок какой-то, еще какая-то палка. Так, вот этот же ободок, надеюсь. Да. О, уже голоса какие-то слышу. А тут куда? Да угораете, что ли? Куда здесь-то? Тут нет подсказки куда? Ну-ка, там то же самое. Да, это просто два этих коридора. Так, миска с какой-то палкой, шлем и нож. Вот сюда. Да вы задрали, куда идти? Так, тут завалено. Да, вроде пришли. Что-то там есть такое. Хера, что это такое? Храм какой-то, что ли?
Look, it's the golden knife. But how to get it? This lamp is not old. The oil is still fresh. Perhaps Sir Rodney passed by here.
No, I do not think so. Remember, he went no further than the catacombs underneath the Frigidarium. The murderer left this lamp. Watson, I need your help.
Так, а где что открылось? Вот здесь, наверное, да? Хера тут рычагов. Что делать-то? Капец тут, конечно. Так, он там держит, да? Эй, не тот, не тот. Или тот. Не тот еще. Или тот. Вряд ли тот. как я отсюда выйду? Что я уже запутался. Так, оттуда я зашел, да? Или оттуда? А, ну все вроде, да? Сейчас я, получается, здесь выйду. Он там потянет. И откроет мне дверь. По идее.
The golden knife of Mithras. A long-lost relic has resurfaced. Watson, it is time to conclude this case.
Ну все, разве оба в ловушке?
Now, we should find another way of getting out of here.
Че, опять вентили крутить? Гэроу. А все, можно не выходить отсюда? Да похер, пускай он осужден, он придурочный какой-то, мне кажется. Гэроу, ледяной нож, он убил сэра Родни в состоянии тяжелого нервного расстройства. Единственным способом облегчить страдания было ритуальное убийство. Он использовал ледяную копию золотого ножа Митры. Блин, это он или не он? А если это серебряное оружие? Это один хер тоже он получается, да? Ледяное оружие как-то поинтереснее, чем серебряное. У него он с башкой не дружит, давай его на лечение отправим. Да, кстати, там же оружейница была, валялась. Что она там делала, ледяная, да? Форма это тоже валялась. И зачем бутылка шампанского опять же стояла, да? Все это как бы подсказывает, что возможно, да. Ледяным он его шлепнул.
Mr. Garrow, allow me to introduce you to Dr. Watson.
Mr. Garrow, please do not be alarmed. We only wish to help you. You were under an intolerable stress, but it's over now.
What?
I can attest that your medication affected your judgment. You will not recall, but it caused you to temporarily lose control.
Did I? Are you saying I killed Sir Rodney?
I am afraid so. For as my doctor will persist in reminding me every single day, drugs can be harmful. You developed a malevolent obsession with Sir Rodney. You believed him to be unworthy, sacrilegious.
Oh, do not distress yourself. Prison is clearly not a suitable environment for you.
What is my environment then?
You're suffering from an acute form of melancholia, but you can and will be cured. All you need is rest and detoxification. I will take care of every detail.
Ну чё, он не он. Сейчас мы это узнаем. Гарроу убил сэра Родни. Хотя, ну, кто еще, как не... Мне кажется, он. Ну или археолог тот. Блять, не он. Не он. Или не ледяной нож, а серебряный. Че я напутал? Серебряный, что ли? Просто ледяной нож как-то поинтереснее смотрится, так более так хитро, чем серебряная. Но серебряная тоже прикольно, но то, что он его потом закинул на угли, чтобы растопить, да? Ну, как-то ледяное поинтереснее смотрелось. Я надеялся, что ледяное будет. Сейчас прикинь, окажется, что это вообще не серебряное, ледяное, это все не он, типа.
Mr. Garrow, please do not be alarmed. We only wish to help you. You were under an intolerable stress, but it's over now.
What?
I can attest that your medication affect...
Did I? Are you saying I killed Sir Rodney?
I am afraid so. For as my doctor will persist in reminding... You developed a malevolent obsession with Sir Rodney. You believed him to be unworthy, sacrilegious.
Oh, do not distress yourself.
What is my environment then?
You're suffering...
Ну что? Ты или не ты? Да, блять, это даже не он. Нихера чувака осудил. А кто тогда? Ну так, геолог получается. Что-то у меня других-то улик-то и не было особо. Ни на кого подумать, чтоб. Геолог тогда кто еще? Опять же, серебряный или ледяной? А, ну, он же говорил, что он серебро, типа, от духов бросил, правильно? Значит, ледяное. Ледяное оружие, и это был другой убийца. И это уже не Гэрроу тогда. Блинхорн. Так, нет, это пока. Тут осуждение, тут без всяких там психушек. Сколько там стрим-то уже идет?
I'm feeling rather uncomfortable. Why have I been put into these cuffs?
I fear that you had better get used to them, Mr. Blinkhorn. They are your reward for the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe.
What? No, that's a lie.
It is regrettable, for you are a talented archaeologist. I will request that you are placed in a prison where you are unable to dig an escape tunnel. That is, of course, if they decide that you shall live.
You...
The consulting detective who salutes your intelligence in performing the perfect crime, yes. But also the gentleman who detests your motivation.
You know nothing.
You wish to be the one who would reveal this to the world.
Is that the golden knife? How...
I also like to dig, you see. I only followed your trail. Such a pity that there is always someone willing to steal your credit, wouldn't you say? And there was the chance of a lifetime. You had to take it. It was not to be shared.
It... Oh.
But now, I am here. And there is no one who will stop the tread of justice, Mr. Blinkhorn.
И нож оставил у него золотой, что ли? А, не забрал. Ну чё? О! С третьего раза угадали. Поздравляю, мы раскрыли третье преступление в большой истории лондонского криминального мира. Еще нас ждет куча всего интересного, запутанного. С каждой головой все сложнее и сложнее. Этих загадок все больше и больше. Преступления все изощреннее и изощреннее. Так что, надеюсь, у нас хватит силы и терпения добить эту игру. Опять же, не знаю, сколько там глав всего. Ну, буду растягивать по максимуму ее. Спасибо, что смотрели это видео. Не забудьте подписаться на канал. Пишите комментарии свои, ставьте лайки. Сегодня еще будет стрим по FIFA Online 4. Покажу новый составчик свой. Опять же, спасибо, что смотрели. Всем пока.